Why do we use Facebook videos for your business? It's clear and simple because we are all talking about social media right now, right? Everybody is hanging out at home. One of the only ways that you could touch base with people, even strangers, and technically you have like unlimited leads, unlimited opportunities to work with people, either collaboration or like real clients that you can connect, touch base with on Facebook. Personally, for me, I have touched base with quite a lot of people these few months on just Facebook alone. I have very meaningful conversation with most of them. They shared their own company's trouble and what I should what should I or what should they do, asking for my recommendations and stuff. And I feel like all these things are so wasted not sharing to the community. And I wanted to do that, so I wanted to kind of like do this review thing. So really, if you have any work, video work especially, I think I could really help you with giving the right comment for you. Yeah. So yeah, Facebook in a broader sense, and I want to kind of focus on why Facebook video actually works. So as you can see, Facebook have like 100 million hours of videos watched every single day. Really every single day. This is no joke. And live, like right now, what you're watching right now, is actually 3 times more. Like you can actually have 3 times more watch rate as to compare to the standard videos. Standard videos are very strong, by the way. It's so strong that I feel like sometimes people undervalue it. There are a lot of entertainment stuff, but it's not really educational. But because we're talking about educating and converting to leads to real proper leads and proper sales. And 54% actually of people actually want to watch more video content from marketers. Not just marketers, I'm talking about like solopreneurs, business owners, anyone that actually, want to create proper sale. They want to know more via video because it's much easier to digest as to compare to, you know, uh, to text and captions. Though we need to have very good captions to capture people, but we need to have the visual, and this is something that you shouldn't miss out on, because now this trend won't die down. At least since COVID started, right? This thing just make it even more important that we need to digitalize. But of course, I'm teaching you more of the basic ones, so that you at least have some sort of like headway. You won't be some headless chicken trying to feel your way through. Yeah, and I'm just trying to get you off that. Yeah, and really it's about the mental. You really had to start doing something about it so that it makes sense for you to do. And of course, I will share about my personal experience of content creation consistently. Not just create because if you want to promote something, but create consistently but you won't feel burnt out. I want to teach you the right way so that you won't burn out doing content creation, be it sharing feature, educating, or whatever. I will share you a secret towards the very end on how you could do that so that you won't get burnt out. Because I want you to appear every single week. Not just here, but then you create your own videos. I want to see you appearing on people's life subtly, because not salesy, but sharing things that could really benefit people. Yeah, and it's important to start doing right now. Okay, so I really let you understand why video on Facebook works. I want to share a little bit more of the characteristics of Facebook. On the previous week, I'm not sure whether you guys are still on that particular episode. I actually share a little bit about the characteristics of Facebook. Facebook is really a community base. Unlike Instagram, if you guys could type on the comments below and tell me what are the characteristics for IG for people that just came new and don't really know, share with us what are the characteristics of IG. I will share with you what are the characteristics of Facebook right now. It's actually a community base, yeah, and it's a lot of education, a lot of people trying to find news. We are trying to look kind of like deep dive exactly how Facebook reacts to it. So there's a lot of news, a lot of education, a lot of entertainment, a lot of controversial posts, a lot of sharing. If you notice, there's a lot of sharing, and you'll be asking what are these things create to become shareable, and this is the one of the Q&A I wanted to address later on on why and how viral videos became viral. I did ask this last week on Curious Sunday. Every Sunday I had this Curious Sunday. I just want to ask question. I may or may not know the answer, but I just want to kind of like ask like what actually makes viral video. Or I'll ask a lot of video marketing questions to make you try to think. I'm forcing the curiosity out from you and really make you think clearly. Yeah, and this is something that I would want you to also learn. So it's really community-based education, news, and entertainment. So like what Hui Fang said previously, and enter edutainment. I think that's the right word. So if someone can help me with that, I think that's the right word to use. Edutainment. I think that's the. You have to have both elements. Not saying that you have to be a clown or whatever, but make sure that people are watching really sort of a little bit entertained by it. Yeah. So you could make it more personable. Yeah. If you are not the entertainment kind, you just make it personable. Build your life experience in your video, and that could really connect with people. So I like to share case study, life experiences, because those are real things. Those are things that you felt and you want to do a review on it or like do a reflection on it. Yeah. So I shared the overall characteristics. Now I'm going to share with you. This is what to expect. Yeah. So we really scanned through what to expect and the characteristics of Facebook, especially the consumer behavior. Because the characteristics of Facebook is all that. So the consumer behavior that I supported is how people actually react to Facebook. How people actually so they will go there. They don't go to Facebook and actually say I want to buy something, or I want to go to Facebook and I want to be sold. No one go there and just want to find sale, or no one go there to have the mentality of being sell stuff too. People go there just to read news, get educated, get their benefit, and they leave. So you have to treat social media as a place where you exchange information, let your followers, let your people that give the permission to write on their feed to be educated, to be informed. And that's where you build the connection. We need to build the trust between us as a service provider to the people that are receiving the news, and after a while they will really feel more opened. And this is an important key point. You have to make your followers feel more at ease, make yourself more trustable by providing real value, not just like on the surface. You really have to connect them as friends. So people that watched live last week, like Lynette, can feel like we are sort of like acquaintance and friends, because we created this live stream channel. Like I'm talking to you like face to face. So people go into Facebook, their mentality is that make sure that you know how your consumer behaves on it, so that you could craft properly your message. Next one is the do's and don'ts of Facebook. Chapter 2. Is it called the Chapter 2? Yeah, Chapter 2. The 5 do's and don'ts on Facebook. Okay, why I say that is because I wanted to record this, right? So I want to make sure that at least the person watching in future know that it's like, oh, this is the next part. So write down notes if you need. So this is the second part. The 5 do's and don'ts of Facebook. The first do is actually ensure information and format is made for Facebook. So when I say that, I'm more talking about the what type of information that you are trying to pour in, what type of format. Make sure that the information you pour in and the format is correct. What I usually do is make sure that you have a headline, and of course the subtitles, and of course the format. Try to your best if you can, if you editing software, or I'm not sure whether those mobile app software you can create 1:1 ratio. If you can't, it's okay. Ideally it's 1:1. Facebook actually give you more leeway if it's 1:1 ratio, which is, if you want to write it down, is 1080 times 1080, and that is the right format. Hi Justin, thanks for my first hello. Yes, welcome Justin to today's live stream. I greatly appreciate. Yeah, do let me know if you have any questions halfway through. I would want to cover on the Q&A section. Okay, so make sure that it's the right format. I would share with you the right format. In fact, I will share with you now so that I won't miss it later on. Yeah, this is the format for cover photo, timeline image, and picture profile. I plug it from online, HubSpot. They actually provide quite accurate format. So do take a screenshot if you need to. Is This dimension is important if you want to create something for your page, or if you want to create a timeline image. Image is this ratio. This is correct. But video, make sure it's square, 1:1. If not, just use the default horizontal 16:9. Try not to take like stories where you do a vertical way. Yeah, try not to do that lah, because on Facebook doesn't really look very good unless you're doing Facebook stories. Then it's applicable. Then you can do like a normal horizontal, vertical. Then you can just stick normally. But if it's not, then just stick with the horizontal film. Okay. The next do is use Facebook specific tools. This is very handy. When I say specific tools, I'm talking about using tools like polls, using tools like events, using tools like live, and using the latest tool that Facebook introduced is the what's that called? Facebook chat room. I think that's the right way. Facebook chat room. Facebook chat room is just like your meeting room. Like it's like this live thing, but then it's more of a private one. That means you can do it more spontaneously. It's like one day I just feel like doing a live like right now. Then I never plan, just say, oh, I want to join. I have yet to see the effects of it. I haven't conducted one yet. I do hope in future that we could bring it inside, but I'm not sure how well that room would operate, because people need the link to access. So not everybody, any Tom, Dick, Harry can watch on your feed. Yeah, and I will cover a little bit more on later on the features of all these Facebook tools. But do take note of using specific tools for your. But make sure when you use the tools, you don't use the sake. You don't use the tools for the sake of using the tools. But make sure that you know the purpose of the tool. Then you use the tool. If not, don't bother, because you might backfire your own, and people might not understand what you're talking about. The next do is pin posts to your traffic. I want to add a sound effect to make it wow. This is important. Okay, whenever there's an important point, I'll just do a wow sound effect. I think, okay, if it's good, if it's cool for me to do that, just say okay or something. Just say like alright. Because pinning a post on your profile, or technically not profile I think pinning a post on group pages or your business page is important, so that it's a great way to make sure that more eyes are on the content. If you do that, then people will, when they first come in, or people that never see that post, will see that post on the very first page, and that is important, because some information like oh CJ, thanks for that. I get that information. I'll do that. If you want people to do like newsletter sign up, you want to do like post linking, you want to do like product landing page, you want to lead them to somewhere else, it's good to pin that on the top of the page. Then you could have that content to drive more traffic. I don't want you to use Facebook like a platform by itself. End of the day, all these social media platforms, you are supposed to plug the people out of social media platform and communicate with them via other means. And when I say via other means, it's like Facebook, not Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, email list, very important email list. If you still don't have an email list, or you don't know how to create an email list, please type in the comments below, because I did one episode and I did ask the community about it, and people actually asked for how to create an email or collect data so that you won't feel salesy. The response was good, but the watch rate on the episode or the particular YouTube video wasn't very high. So I'm a little bit confused whether people actually need the information. And if you guys are watching right now, do let me know whether you guys would want to learn how to create an email list like from scratch, or like at least create some sort of like email list. Then later we create some sort of because the episode is about exchanging data with data, right? Exchanging email lists with something else. If you need me to cover that in detail on a live session, do let me know in the comments below, because I'm very curious how people actually think about it. In fact, if like that, I will just create another episode. Then I'll put it like online as a live lesson or something. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. I really want to know that. Okay, so you pin the content is just to let people know, to redirect them on the traffic, or do something about it. So make sure that you use it for the right purpose, and make sure that you know how to do the pinning. Yeah, if you're not sure, you let me know again. I would show you later when I'm doing the measure of results of your Facebook page. Okay, you have a question here. Justin asked, what is the software used to build email lists? Okay, good question. Personally, I use the cheapest way, which is MailChimp. If you say software, that's the only software I use for MailChimp. It creates the landing page for you, which is very handy. You can write whatever information you need to collect the email. So that is your bread and butter lah. So basically, you have MailChimp as your left-hand man, but you need something on the right to exchange information to collect information to MailChimp. And the bread is MailChimp. The butter has to be something that you want to offer people to exchange information. And if you don't know that, just let me know so that I know what are the examples that I can give later on the Q&A. Cool? Cool. Okay, so you pin at the top, then you feel like, okay, it doesn't really have anything else, like it doesn't have the effect anymore, you can unpin down. You don't have to pin it all the way. It's good lah. If not, there's another thing called announcement. It's very similar to pin. Announcement is just like also putting on the top. So people that don't know or never come to this page before, the first ever thing they see before is things for them to do is like pop. Some people want to pin their rules and regulations or something. That's okay. For us, we want to convert it, so I think it's good. Justin, you're using MailChimp. What's the butter software to exchange? I don't know. Okay, there's no so-called software to exchange for email, but basically MailChimp, you create a landing page. Then landing page, you ask people for email, right? But you need to give the right value to the people that is gonna opt in for your email. So go think about what your clients or what your viewers might find it useful. Not just you feel useful for the people, but they must also feel it's useful to use your PDF. Okay, it comes in different form. It could be video, it could be PDF, it could be a lot of things. Like some they exchange for market trends, like 2020 latest video marketing trends that you should follow. Write maybe a 5-page PDF for you to read. They exchange in video course, like a mini course, like maybe a 15 minutes course to teach you something that is useful that they could apply straight away. Usually it's things that could solve their problem immediately. So I know for me is people have issues starting. So I say like, okay, oh, by the way, I do have I do have the email list. So for this, you see, I'm giving you an email list discount, because in a few weeks I will have a proper course that I want to introduce. So I would want to give the benefit to my email list people that subscribe to me first. They will have the first hand discount as to compare to the rest of the people that I'm selling in future. So this is one of these ways that you could hook them lah. But I'm really giving value because the course and workshop is more detailed than this sharing session. Yeah, so do scan this QR code. Yeah, just nice you talk about email list. So yeah, so that's that. Okay, then yeah. So once I hope that answered that question, because that's a very good question to ask. Okay, the next do is be consistent and scheduling posts. Your personal page cannot post a schedule. Sadly, don't know why Facebook didn't do that. But if it can, I would have done it long ago. You know, on the page or on the group, if you have a group page or a page, it's actually have a scheduled function. So if you are too sian to every time type the thing on your post, right? You know, every time you have to go and purposely go and log in and stuff, then you will have this issue of like too burn out to every day too. So what I do is I schedule. So 1 week a day I will schedule the next 3 to 5 days of content upload inside. So Facebook will keep for you until the time to post, and they'll post. Only problem is you cannot post comment on the post that you're gonna post. It's not very nice. Or Facebook tip by the way, tip of the day. Don't post your link on. Try not to lah. Post your link on the post itself. Facebook don't really like it. I noticed lah. Don't really like it, and they don't really have much reach. In fact, you should tell people like, hey, the link is in the comments below. Then you paste the link there. It doesn't affect the algorithm. I did try to, and it actually works a little bit better lah. I think at least 10%, 15% more normal viewing rate. So yep, that's a random tip that I know. Yep, Anne Marie, yep, MailChimp is good and it's cheap. In fact, it's free. So you don't have to worry until like I think 2,000 or 1,000 or something. Yeah, but still far from the goal lah. So no need to get. So you should be able to use it for quite a long time. Yeah, and reason being why you want to plug them off social media is because we are playing the game of Facebook. And what if Facebook one day just change algorithm, which they are changing all the time, and if they can choose to just lock you out of this whole system. If you notice, now page and group doesn't work as well as personal feed. Your personal page actually has a stronger return on investment. Like they actually flash more on people's feed as to compare to business page. Excuse me for a while. My light is losing power. Okay, so that's that. So make sure that you be consistent and you schedule a post. If you can't post it every alternate days, set a time, like maybe set like 2 posts a week. The minimum is 2 posts a week. Other than that, actually, if you're doing 1 post, it's not very effective. 2 beyond 3 is the most ideal. Yeah, then make sure that you have the content. Yeah, but I'll tell you exactly like the right duration of film later, like how long the video should be, what should be the content about. I think that's more important. It's not about posting, but posting the right thing, giving the right value. Don't just post for the sake of posting. If you don't have a strategy, then don't post, because you're wasting time, you're wasting effort. Yeah, make sure that your post is targeted. It has a purpose. It has a call to action. If it doesn't have a call to action, then don't do, because it's dangerous. Okay, then the last do is go live. Yeah, go live is important. Like what I'm doing right now is to create engagement. I think it's important to have this some sort of engagement right now, because you can't meet people offline. Of course, if I can do this live offline, actually it's quite a good idea, because I could really ask questions and I will really have a stronger sense of feedback as to compare to the chats, because I might missed it. I noticed that this comment section that I have on this software doesn't really show all the comments, or I might just missed it. Yeah, but if you have any questions or you have any comments, just kind of pop it. I will instantly see and I know. Yeah, so go live, because like what I said, like what I flashed just now, I want to make sure that everybody knows. Yep, live, the center one, this one is 3 times longer than a standard video. So meaning that Facebook actually rewards people that watch longer. The objective of this social media is, as long as you can hook them longer, make them stay Facebook longer, they reward you because of that. So they will try to push your content. Facebook algorithm will be like, hey, this person retain X number of people times the X number of minutes that they are staying. Okay, so we'll push this video up for more of his friends to know, because you're not paying ads. So you just need to, they only know because the people actually see the video. Okay, so that is important. Then we will go to, this is the live lah. So before we go to the don'ts, the 5 don'ts, I would like to address the question from Terence. Is it true that the reach is lesser if you schedule your post compared to manual post? Hey, good question. I did one last week, and I would say not really. Because scheduled posts in Facebook is unlike posts on YouTube. YouTube have this problem. Let me flash the question again so that you all can read. If you post it on schedule, it just feels like it's posted. In fact, when I do my scheduled post, right, my posts actually work better because, okay, to sidetrack a bit, because the content was good, I had better reach. So I had my view doubled as to compared to my normal one because I think got one or two of my friends actually shared that post because it was meaningful. Then the reach actually got more. How you know whether it works is only when people start sharing your work. Because when they share your work, all their friends actually see their work. So the answer it will be no. But on YouTube it works differently. I schedule a post or I actually posted, but I put it unlisted. I put it unlisted or a private so only I can watch because I haven't have the thumbnail right yet. So I kept it. And the moment I do it public and I put my new thumbnail, the stats doesn't work. That means because when you post on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, right? There's this initial boost to everybody's feed. Is hot. The content is hot, but after a while they will lose steam. Usually about the first 48 hours is the best time that you should market, redirect. That means you have to repurpose your content to get the traffic running. After 48 hours it's actually weaker, so no point investing time in putting it. I mean, you can still do in future if you feel like future content could benefit, you could redirect people back to the content. But in that case, yeah, that is my feedback to that. Yeah, good question, Terence. Very, very good question. If you don't ask, also don't know that I should address that. So yeah, that is that. Okay, before I go to the don'ts, I wanted to also introduce the Facebook group. If you don't know, we have a Facebook group. It's called the Video Marketing Academy. Is a group that I created on Facebook to connect with people like-minded who really wants to learn video marketing. I post every single week video content because video marketing, right? So I feel like video marketing has the best way to teach you on the how-tos, the mistakes, basically anything under the sun, video plus marketing. Yeah, so do scan the QR codes here. You not just go to Facebook and just type Video Marketing Academy. I recently this eCam ad for this live stream, they implemented this chain thing. It's very, very helpful. I love it. I think it adds a whole new dimension to my live stream. Yeah, so if you like it, please thumbs up on this stream. Let me know so that it's worth. Make me feel like it's worth paying. I think $12 a month for the live stream. All these things set up for me. Yeah. Okay, so we go to the don'ts. The next one is the don'ts. So the first don't is don't post irrelevant content for the sake of engagement. Like what I mentioned, you shouldn't post for the sake of posting, and of course you shouldn't post irrelevant posts. So if your brand or thing is talking about a certain topic, you shouldn't waste your content on things that's totally, that means the moment is not relevant to your thing, right? To your content, then don't post. Post other things that is more relevant. Yeah, if you can't think of anything, then don't post at all. Yeah, because it might tarnish your algorithm. So people, how the algorithm work is if they see like your content doesn't really attract eyeballs, then they won't prioritize your post. But if it does, then it will double what you are actually doing. Yeah, so make sure that your content is well crafted first. Yeah, if you have any issue on creating videos that could bring if you're not sure what kind of content work on your particular niche, like your own industry, also comment below and let me know what industry are you guys in, so that I could, when I do the Q&A and stuff, I could kind of like craft it close to what you guys are doing. Yeah, that's more fair to you. Like, if not later you'll be listening, you'll be like, it doesn't really apply to me. I'm in this industry, which I know. Video marketing works, but then the type of content and stuff is very different depending on the industry that you guys are in. Yeah, so do share with me your industry so that I could better advise. Okay, so don't post any irrelevant content for the sake of engagement. Okay, the next don't is don't ignore targeting. This is where the niche come in and this is why I wanted to ask you guys to put your niche inside, because like what I say, targeting is very important. Make sure that you know your ideal target. Usually how you scope your target is age group, income group, so your basic target. Like that's why I ask you, like usually I've asked my client, this video is for what age group? Who are you really targeting? Like I have this client, he's doing a watch commercial. I'm doing a watch commercial tomorrow. Be going out to shoot. And the first thing I ask the client is, who are you really targeting? What is this watch special that other watch don't have? Your unique selling point. Because I can't just shoot a watch feature just for the sake of shooting a watch. So these are the questions I usually ask. If his watch is colorful, then I will say like, hey, maybe it should be a more pacey music, you know. Yeah, as you know, this kind of question I craft. So you see, when I shoot a video, I don't shoot for the sake of shooting the video, but I shoot with an intention. Make sure that you target. So if his watch is colorful, it should be a more youthful group. So it's about talking about maybe 18 to 35 years old. Try to make sure that your age group is within like 10 to 12 years. So that is more targeted, more correct. So when you put your Facebook ad, it's more accurate. Yeah. If you put like 18 to 50, that's just like too wide. The way both age group communicate is also extremely wide. So maybe for housing agent, it should be people that are thinking of buying a new house or going to change to a second house. Yeah, so your age group, you have to be very niche. The way you communicate with them, you must understand the pain. And this is why you need to know like what your target market are experiencing right now. Like I know people in the finance consultant industry, they have issue branding themselves because people see them as like salesy people, and they want to like abolish that kind of mindset because people have that very negative mindset about them. So when they cold call people or they cold email people are just scared of them and run, which is very common. And there was this question about how you should brand as a financial consultant and stuff. I say personal branding videos are important. People want to know who you really are, like the real you, and not just what product you sell, because like that you're just a transactional relationship. You're not a human connection kind of relationship, which you cannot, because this is a social media platform. You have to put yourself out there to communicate with the people, especially your target group. Yeah, so don't ignore targeting. The next don't is don't leave your about section page blank. Facebook page and group will have a section of that, of your page. Later I'll show you through the case study. You make sure that you fill up that part, because that's one of those things that people see first. So people see the feed first on their page. People will see what is your thing about, what is your page about. Yeah, without that, people don't really understand what the hell are you doing or what are you providing in this page. Tell people straight to the point, what's the value they're gonna get, or what is the outcome they're gonna get if they follow your page. So for my Facebook group, I'll be sharing tips and tricks, how to and everything. So what you learn you'll get nuggets that is freshly baked every single week on things that you could apply for your Facebook on your video marketing. Yeah, so this is what I promised them on the Facebook group. This is very straightforward. It's all about that, and because Facebook is about community, it's about question and answer. So I always push for question and answer. So that's why I created a group. The biggest difference between a group and a page is a group, you can have your consumers talking to each other. We want that kind of connection with your consumers. You cannot just the weakness about page is it's just an information dump. If you notice, a lot of page, they just dump a lot of information, which is not recommended because it's just gonna be spammy, and nobody likes spammy, right? So if you don't like spammy Facebook feed, if you notice some of the Facebook page are just like spam. Yeah, if you kena before, give a thumbs up for that. It's just annoying, pure annoying. Yeah, so do use the section of the or write it properly, write clearly. Not just dump information there only, but make sure that people know what's the outcome of it. Don't just sell product, sell outcome. People want to solve a problem. People just don't just go Facebook one day and say like, oh, I feel like getting a sales pitch on the Facebook feed. No one thinks like that. So make sure that your mentality change. Okay, the next one is don't go crazy with the hashtag. I think this one is not really a very, very big mistake lah. But actually Facebook hashtag works on Facebook. Yeah, so don't just put captions only. But why I put it as a mistake is people go crazy with it. Because of Twitter. Twitter works very well with spamming hashtags. But it's not on Facebook. But Facebook does work. LinkedIn Facebook hashtag actually works. Works well. But it's not supposed to spam. Instagram you can spam because there's like a 30 hashtag limit. Facebook, I'm not sure how many hashtag limit there is, but you should put like a few lah. Maybe about 5 or 4. Yeah, but don't go crazy lah, because it will show up on the search, like under hashtag or under like people's search bar if you put on hashtag. But you can measure and test out what hashtag work and what hashtag doesn't. But just do know that hashtag actually increase engagement. But don't go crazy, yeah? So you just try like maybe 3 or 4 and see whether your page increase. It's really about testing because we're not throwing ad money to these strategies are not ad money yet. Why? Is because you should test something that is work first within your niche, within your group. Like maybe if you have 600 friends or 900 friends, then out of 900, how many people are actually responding to your posts and stuff? And if it works, you should keep it in mind and say that maybe this could pump it as ads. Calculate based on numbers, not based on emotions, not how you feel. If the numbers works, throw more money to it because you have a successful test already. Make sure that you could apply on the real thing when you really pay money. So if 100%, 10% actually like it, and all the 10% who actually sell it, then is it a good conversion? If it's not, then maybe you shouldn't pay any ad money to it lah. So play around with it. Yeah, so the last do is actually don't be afraid to experiment. Just nice lah. Very good segue. So don't afraid to test out how often you post. You can research like maybe you post like 3 times a week. What's the result like for the week? Then every week you kind of like implement a little bit. If you want to see a more accurate result, you should try it for 3 to 4 weeks. Then you see what is the engagement rate. Is there any increase in engagement? And you should also DM people. I think DM people is good. If you really want to know the answer like in straight away, you should. Oh, thanks. Oh, got bread today. Thanks for my partner for doing that. Okay, so make sure that you do that. Don't be afraid to test. Yeah, and also make sure you pay attention to your posting timing. Like ideally is right before lunch. That's where people have their lunch break, and sometimes you can post at night. Where people before they sleep they want to kind of read some stuff. I think it's good to have that lah. But it depends on how intense your content is. Video content maybe a minute or 2 I think is good because you can just watch and done. But if you have like a super long caption, I don't think people will want to read such a long essay before they go to sleep lah. But it really depends on your target group. I cannot judge based on that. You guys could tell me exactly how your target market actually reacts to different posts. Okay, so you'll be asking like, after I cover all the 5 do's and don'ts, you'll be like, how about getting leads on Facebook? Yeah, it's a social media platform. Can you get leads? Yes, provided you have a successful field test. Yeah, like you test on it and it works, then that's good. Yeah, but basically you have to think it as a community. Facebook is a community. Then you test out different posts that gives value to your viewers, but don't spam. Make sure that you have enough breathing space for your viewers to like prepare for the next one, or maybe get them excited for the next one. Tease them with stories, and this is where story comes in because you gotta tease them. In fact, talking about teasing, I didn't do story for today's session also. Usually I'll do like, hey, I'll start my live stream with like within 10 minutes. Do join me, blah blah blah. This actually works. Yeah, this actually works because people wake up, they don't want to reach their feed first, right? Usually they read the psychology is they read their stories first. Then if they happen to see mine, then they will like oh okay, Yan Chong is going to do a live, then they won't, because life is like that. People need to make time for it. And if you give them a prep, like a mental prep, even if it's like 5 minutes earlier, they will feel like, oh okay, that he's asking permission for it, which is important. So because it's so important, I need to zoom myself. Doom. It's important. It's important to do that. So do take note of that. Okay. So you test out, then make sure that you redirect them. Redirect them to your landing page or whatever page they're talking about, like the email list they're talking about, collect the email list, give the value, get translation. But don't every post do that. It's irritating. If you every post also ask them to do that, do this, do that, do this, it's just gonna be annoying. But make sure that you're not doing content just for the sake of converting them, but providing real value and just give. Sometimes just give is actually better than having something, like having an intention. It's good once in a while to have that, but shouldn't be all the time. Yeah, so do take note of that. That's important. Okay, so I would want to go to the next one. The useful features. Useful features is important. Like what I've mentioned just now, Facebook group, Facebook page, that's one of the features. Make sure that the events are you use well of the events, and also the latest one, the Facebook chat. So I'll talk about the Facebook group and Facebook page first, in order to make it more entertaining. Yeah, so this is another camera. So Facebook group and Facebook page. I highly recommend Facebook group, because Facebook group give you a two-way street, unlike a Facebook page. Not saying that you shouldn't use Facebook page, because Facebook page will actually go very fast, but you need to make sure that if you have both, then you should experiment both. I did experiment both, but really group gives you that super extensive two-way comm. But you should try out both and see what you. If you want like super instant gratification, page is good. But if not, actually you can just stick with group lor. Group is actually quite good. You could create polls and stuff. I think that's very good. You could ask for opinions. You can share an event that could work. What I do is usually before live stream, I'll create an event. And the event, your description is important. Make sure that you have to tell them what exactly they are trying to pay attention to, like what kind of value. Like maybe this week, Facebook people, you guys are more interested because it really could apply for your business. Some people will find that IG. So last week actually, Tatiana actually joined, and she actually learned more about how to use Instagram for your business. But if you want to know about that, let me know in the comments so that I could share the link of that video, the live stream. Now it's on YouTube. So every stream that I do, I will record, I'll repost it, repurpose it into YouTube so that you could watch after this whole thing is finished. I don't keep on Facebook because it's very messy. Yeah, so it's not very nice on the feed. So you see, aesthetics important. Okay, then we talk about the organic. Because Facebook actually put priority for longer videos, but don't go crazy with the duration. When I say Facebook actually appreciate this more, yeah, but you need to make sure that the ideal length of a Facebook post is about 3 to 5 minutes. Facebook recognize 3 minutes as like long content, then they want to prioritize it, provided it work. That means like provided people watch the content, then they will prioritize it by a lot. With the keyword is with. Now I need to zoom in. This is important. Hey, wait. Okay. Let's do it again. I think it must be dramatic. So the latest one, Facebook set priority to all 3 minutes and longer video and live videos with high completion rate. Because why I say high completion? Because people need to watch finish first, then Facebook will recognize that, hey, this amount of people actually got benefit of it, so we should prioritize the video. So make sure that everything goes back to the content. If the content is good, the duration doesn't really matter, but then it does benefit if the video does well. So content first, duration is like something in mind, format also something in mind. I'm just teaching you the ways to optimize it, like make sure that you fully milk the effects of it. Okay, then the latest feature is Facebook chat group. Facebook chat group important. It's not as important yet, but I think it's something that they want to push because if you notice, Facebook always reward people that use their features. So last time don't have stories, right? Then Instagram pump it, then later people don't like it, people like why short content, then end up people adopt it. Facebook and Instagram really promote people that use it. They push the algorithm to promote, to reward people for it. Yeah, so do take a look how chat group actually works. Has some sort of chit chat session inside. It's like a WhatsApp group lah, but it's like a very impromptu one. So it's like I create a chat group and we can have like a video chat inside. We can have like dialogue inside. If you guys are interested in Facebook chat group dialogue, maybe on Sunday, of a Q&A, do let me know in the comments, then we can schedule one on Sunday just to test out. Yeah, like a short 15 minutes or something. I'm trying to think of one short session just to test out. Yeah, so interested parties, do DM me, then we can have like a chit chat session and Q&A for video marketing topics. Okay, so we have completed that. Next is the tricks that optimize the videos. I'm not gonna drag too much time because I know time is money. Yep, so the useful features done. Then tricks that I use for optimized videos. First is square format. Make sure that it's square format. If you can't, like what I said earlier, you should focus on just the horizontal. Again, I will show you the format that is important. Yep, this is the format that you should screenshot it. It's important. Make sure that you go Canva. Yeah, people that don't know what is Canva. Canva is editing software. Online software that you could use to edit photos and stuff. In fact, all the slides that I've seen is done by my very handy dandy intern, my newest intern. Thanks Rachel for setting this up for me. I really appreciate that you put in so much effort in doing so. So all the slides about Facebook and stuff is done by her. So really appreciate Rachel. I hope you are watching and see this. Yeah, really appreciate. So the next trick that I optimize is upload video example. So you see, before we upload any videos, right, this is like the title that you'll be looking at. It's important to know what is important. You should write down your description, a clear-cut description, not like a lengthy one. Just make sure that the value people see, people know. Yeah, and usually I start with question and stuff. I think starting a question or a statement is actually good. Yeah, it shouldn't be just like this video is about how to blah 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 blah, but you should draw a picture of the person that you feel like might need this. Like if I know that the recent post I did was like 3, 2, 1, bam, that's it. You only have 3 seconds to get your attention. And when people read that, people are like, what is the 3, 2, 1 about? People want to know, and it works. People, you catch eyeballs with that. Yeah. So make sure the description is good. Then you can have text. Make sure that you add keywords to it, like what exactly this video is about, because text actually increase algorithm. So it tells Facebook that, okay, this is about what, this is about XYZ, important. You can create a playlist if you want. Yeah, so if you have a series of stuff that you want to address, I think it's good to have a playlist. Yeah, so you could add polls and tracking. These are all these features that you could use. It's not just post and done. There's a lot of smaller features that is actually very, very helpful. Yeah, that do screenshot this if you need. Yeah, so these are the things that is important. And of course, keep your video within 3 to 5 minutes. Optimum time. This is the most optimum time. Yeah, and of course, talking about 3 to 5 seconds or so. If you're gonna do a video, make sure that the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video, you have to capture people's attention, because you only have that long of a time to really focus on the people that want to pay attention to you. So because the 3 to 5 seconds on the Facebook have autoplay, right? We muted, so people can't hear what you're talking, but people can see for 3 to 5 seconds before they swipe away. So make sure that you capture their attention. Like imagine I do this, 3 seconds. You were like, oh, what's Yan Chong doing? Like why he's doing this? People want to know. So you do this so that people can see that. So and the last trick that I use is make sure that it's subtitled. Subtitle is important because you need to, like what I said, 3 to 5 seconds you can't see, right? People need to know what you're talking about. So they need to see what you're talking about. If you're able to let them see what you're talking about, then people could know, oh, okay, Yan Chong is talking about this. So adding a headline is important. If you're not sure, you could see my latest feed. I actually add like a few videos of adding a heading and adding subtitles. And if you're not sure where to do subtitle for free, you can use this app called Headliner. Headliner, Liner. Yeah, it's a very good app for you to use if you want to create square videos. Yeah, this is one of the apps that you could use. It's free. Then you can even add subtitle inside. And it's helpful if you really want to look for something that you want to create for repurpose. Yeah, it's very very important. If you are not those that could create content like a lot, like 15, it's good that you could use one content. Like I'm using this live, I'm gonna cut it into small chunks. Then I'm gonna use it to repurpose to Instagram, Facebook, and stuff, which is important. You shouldn't just post one and done. You should think of ways to how you should frame it, because I think that the topics that we talk about a lot are actually different topics that turn it into one. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Yeah, make sure it's subtitled. It's very important. Okay, the last one is the measuring video and statistics in Facebook. Because when you when you post a video already, you don't know how to measure, then it defeats the purpose. So I want to let you see. Let me see. Okay, this is the script. Okay, let me go to my page. Share a little bit about. Okay, let me go to my wedding one, because I have a wedding page. So this is the page that I'm talking about. This is my heart-to-heart page. Then here you get to see the ad center and the here. Okay, this is not very accurate. Let me go to my own one. The video marketing one. Okay, this is the academy that I'm talking about. So if you join, then you get to see, this is the headline that I'm talking about. This is the subtitle I'm talking about. Because you see, when you don't play this, they can't really hear.
Million or 100 million hours.
So see, if I click it, this is the default. They can't really see. Yeah, so it's important that you put the headline. Yeah. Then you can see the group insights. So you get to see all these statistics, number of members, the engagement, number of members. You can see the growth. You can see how people interact. Yeah. And this information you can even copy into different days and stuff. Yeah, you can even download so that you can measure. Yeah. And you get to see the group quality. Like, is there anybody doing anything? Then you could, these are all the group insights is important. Yeah. And of course, the about page is also important. Yeah. You get to tell people what exactly you're talking about. That's important. That's how you kind of like read your page data, which is important. Yeah. See? So you have a good discussion. Yep. Then these are actually important. So make sure that you have that, and so that you could use it as a reference. So these are the measurements I see, because you are not paying ads. Like just now I see the heart-to-heart one, I let you show the ad center. That's where you pay ads and read. But I'm not going to go into this topic, because there's another topic for another day. Okay, so you measure that already. I will want to go to the case study. So I want to review her posts. Let's see. Yeah, so this is her Facebook page. Let me make it wider. So as you can see, she actually applied the strategy of doing live. You see her live view is really very high. She did have a lot of reshares, which is important. If you can motivate people to reshare, that's why reshare is very important, because you are tapping on people's group to continue to reach out to the masses. Yeah. Then she's doing every week. So unless you can do such a long content, then that is good. Her personal contents are okay. Yeah. And I would like to share with you the thing that I felt that was good. So you go to their home and you can see this part. This is the description part. If you can be able to describe what you do, I felt like there was a lot more personal story. But if she can give a stronger purpose or like a motivation for people to join, and not just join for the sake of looking at her story, I think that'll be better. But other than that, actually, it's quite good. Yeah, see, she's using the upcoming event to get reminders. That's why I say doing events is good because you get to tell people to get reminders. So Facebook will prompt them on their mobile and stuff and say, hey, Yan Chong is going to start a live soon, so do check in and stuff. Then Facebook page is actually quite straightforward. So just make sure that your content is relevant. So she's talking about not just mothers, not just about mothers, but about Asian mothers in particular. So the niche within a niche is important. Yeah. And she also asked people, this is something that I recommended her last week, create a poll of 2 very strong topics that you think that could help people and ask for people's opinion. So you see there's engagement. So she actually hit the engagement thing. Yeah, so she know what to do. So people know. That's why when I ask you guys, when I create this live stream, I would like to ask you guys on the comments below right now to see like what are the topics that you want me to cover for marketing or video marketing in particular, so that I could cover like how she's doing as a poll. Then of course she did at Father's Day, because there was Father's Day. Then she managed to do a particular post about that. Yeah, so be relevant to the surrounding or the people that are watching your content. Yeah, it's important. Yeah. Then she also has a website, but she's not very strong at it. Yeah, she paid for people to do that, but it's not a very good website. But her Facebook group is very strong, so I wanted to kind of like share about the things that she did well and the things that she could do better. And if you have anything that you want me to review, do let me know in the comment to share a link or something. It's important so that every week people can have real case studies. Yeah. And she's pushing a lot of video content, so it's very but she feel one thing that she could done better is she feel burnout, and that's something that I wanted to kind of like use this as a segue to kind of go into the topic of feeling burnout, which is normal because this is technically not your full-time job. Like marketing itself is not really a full-time job, but it's important that you know that you should have a system so that you don't like use too much of your time to be to stuck in this particular problem lah. So yeah, I want to share my personal experience. So first week, right, you want to do, then you are very sell on the first 3 weeks while you keep creating, then you keep creating. Because I tell you like video marketing works, right? So you have to keep creating videos. But after 3 weeks, then you keep doing, then you get checked out. Then the 4th week you slow down. Then the 5th week the 5th week you start doubting. Then later the 6th week you start questioning whether like you are doing it right. Then the 7th week you start to like readjust. Like for me, the breakthrough is the 7th week. So the 7th week I noticed that I should I can better manage to do content creation properly. Like especially this week and the week before. Then the 8th week, like the 2-month mark, I actually managed to create a process. So this is important because if you have a proper process, you won't be scrambling finding guests or not scrambling finding content. Then what if your guests cannot make it? Then you have a lot of stress building up, unnecessary stress, because it's supposed to be content creation is supposed to be fun. Not say like fun, but it should be something that you are looking forward to give value to. I think it's something that is the mindset shift lah. It is not work per se. Yeah, it does take a lot of time, or it does take a bit of like a quarter of your time in general, but take note that you should have a system so that you won't get burnt out. Yeah, so because this story is very helpful for me, because I noticed that I finally found a way. Like just now I talked about the Headliner app, right? Headliner app is very useful if you want to do repurposing. And if you have problems doing that, then I highly strongly recommend Headliner. Maybe next week, because next week I'll be diving into researching quality content for your business. Yeah, there's only this much you know. And I noticed that this content creation, right, it actually helps me to articulate my thoughts and to share the right knowledge better as to compare to the time where I haven't started sharing. Because I always talk to my client, but I never really like advocate it. I never really like go hardcore with it. But I noticed the more that I tried doing so, right, the better I understand what I'm teaching also, and that ultimately also benefit you guys. Yeah, so next week I'll be talking about like really researching on useful topics. Like what you know might be just the brim, but there are actually more things that uh, to do to actually teach the people. Because it takes you in order to be a very good teacher or a very good person that do creation or content, you have to be a very good student. So one question that I want to ask you is, are you doing your homework? Are you uh, are you uh, are you learning at this point of time? Like, are you still reading up on stuff? Like, if you are a financial consultant, are you reading up about like financial tips? Are you reading from the best of the best? Like, yeah. So if you're a housing agent, are you doing the latest research, or are you just or do you only know your products? If you only know what you offer, then you are doing it wrong, because what you will share, garbage in, garbage out, right? So whatever you put in will turn out to be garbage also. So make sure that you really learn what is valuable to your clients. And one way I felt was good is some of the insurance agent actually did something like, like if they are targeting mothers, right? I noticed one way that they did very well was how to connect with mothers. So kids stuck at home, right, during May holidays. So they created like things to do with your kid, or things that you could spend time with your kids during this time. It's not even about insurance, if you notice. It's talking about things that could benefit them, because there's an instant value for the target market. So if you do that for your business, or if you apply this kind of psychology thing to your business, then your viewers or whoever that's learning from you or want to learn more about you, they become your followers, which is important. Yeah, and I think this is like the moral story lah. Like, you shouldn't create for the sake of creating. You should create for the sake of helping and also converting. Like, like what I say, social media is not a place where you create, because you are not an influencer, so you are not obligated to create, but you are create to connect, create in the community to connect, to touch with people. In fact, talking to people online and not just creating, but then talking to people online is important. If you create, then you don't talk to people or don't connect with people. Like what I'm doing live right now is I really want to communicate and connect people in the comments below, so that I can create meaningful connection. Even if it's like 4 people, 5 people watching, I don't really care. But as long as you guys are watching, then it's worth for me to create this every single week, so that I know people could benefit from it. Yeah. So next week, researching quality content to help you to create content business. I think you shouldn't just create content because of your product. You should create a content because you can benefit people. I think it's important. It's the switch. Because I know when you talk about creating video marketing content, you will talk about, oh, I have this product, I want to feature like this particular new initiative, blah, 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 blah. It's all good. But you need to know that it's not just about that. Because if you're going to market just about that, then your marketing strategy, something is a bit wrong, because you're not doing it right. So I want to help you do that by teach you how to do researching quality content. A little bit of like the SEO kind of thing lah, to really understand what people are really searching online. If you know what people are really searching online, then you can better articulate. But that is in a global scale kind of thing lah. I'm not talking about just Singapore. Because if it's Singapore, then I'll also share with you like what are the local ways that you could still benefit from it. Yep. So I'll introduce some ways of researching quality content that you could create, because even if people created, that is their way of sharing. That is not your way of sharing. So make sure that you haven't created yet. So you are still obligated to create, because that gives value to your followers. We are talking about your followers, not like the whole public. We're not selling to the masses, selling to the people that you truly would want to give benefit to. Yeah. So before we end the podcast, right, podcast live, do let me know that one thing that you learned today. If you have watched like thus far, just share with me that one thing that you have learned in the comments below. I would love to know what actually highlight in your brain, so that next time I know that, okay, this is something that people want to learn. Yeah, again, see, I'm trying to reconnect back. This is a two-way street, man. I'm not a one-way channel and just broadcasting. I'm broadcasting to let you participate also, because I really want to know you guys, what you guys are thinking, so that I could really craft better quality. Okay, I've learned that you need to give valuable content that benefit instead of yep. It's important, yeah, because again, it's social media platform. People go there to get product sold. Like, it's not the right mentality. So if you have the right mentality come in, then of course it's to build connection, it's to build friendship first, like build acquaintance first. People need to trust you because people are skeptical, right? Like if I come in and sell you like I do video marketing video for your company, you also won't trust me. But if now I start teaching you how to do, and if you really want like very good quality one, I personally have to, because I do a video production company. But you don't want to, if you really don't want to waste so much money, then yeah, I'm giving a solution to do it yourself. Yeah, I'm not really doing a do it with you approach, because that will be more fair if I do it in a course way. Like you don't want to learn this like a 1 hour session, doesn't make sense. But I will be churning out courses and workshops that I work with you towards your first proper video marketing video and branding video. That would be more fair lah, because the time spent will be longer and you could really create a super beneficial video for yourself. And I think that will be in July. I think mid-July I'll be trying to get the first batch of students that I want to really go in-depth, deep dive. Even though today deep dive was quite a lot, but I really want to give a lot more value than that. Because I think this is not enough. If I'm just teaching you how and you get convinced, but it's not enough. Yeah, so I will really want to go deep dive again. Like the proper way, like step by step. Yeah. Thanks Justin. Yeah, because why I think that it was good, why I thought of next week content because it was good, because Lynette from Modern Asian Mom actually shared the problem, and I felt like, hey, next week content could be this, then could help people. Yeah, to really build their content, because I know you guys having issue building content, and don't know whether you guys already started building content or not. If you haven't started, do also let me know. Yeah, because it's important to start now, knowing, like I already explained what is important. Like if you really want to know like how, you should go and find out more and let me know whether you want me to share with you guys more. Yeah, actually the email thing, I don't know whether you guys want me to do that or not for another session of live marks the end of the podcast. So yeah.